What was a ball turret, and why was it so dangerous? Underneath the B-17 bomber hung a small glass sphere, the ball turret. One man sat inside, knees pulled up to his chest. There was no room for a parachute. The hatch was locked from the outside. If the plane was hit or the turret jammed, there was no way out. That's why the ball turret was known as the flying coffin. January 3rd, 1943, over Saint-Nazaire, France. A B-17 is torn apart by German flak. The ball turret is shredded. Maggi climbs up. His parachute is ripped beyond use. A second explosion hits. The right wing is blown off. The plane spins violently. As Maggi tries to crawl from the bomb bay to the radio room, he blacks out from lack of oxygen and is thrown clear of the aircraft. He falls 22,000 feet, 6.4 kilometers, through open sky. At roughly 120 miles per hour, he crashes through the glass roof of the Saint-Nazaire train station. The glass shatters, the steel girders absorb the impact. When rescuers find him, he's barely alive. 28 shrapnel wounds, broken bones, damaged lungs and kidneys, nearly a severed arm. The Germans take him prisoner and treat his injuries. Maggi survives the war. Years later, he returns to that same station and smiles for a photograph. March 24, 1944. A Lancaster bomber returning from Berlin is engulfed in flames. Tail gunner Nicholas Alkermaid tries to crawl out of the burning turret. The parachutes are stored mid-fuselage. He has to crawl through a narrow tunnel. Flames drive him back. He reaches his parachute. It's on fire, useless. Faced with burning alive or falling to his death, he jumps 18,000 feet, 5.5 kilometers of free fall. Below him, pine trees and deep snow. They break his fall. When he opens his eyes, he's alive, with only a sprained leg. The Gestapo think he's lying. Then they find the wreck and his burned parachute, exactly as he described. They issue an official certificate. This man fell from 18,000 feet without a parachute and survived. That paper still exists. Alkermaid spent the rest of the war in a POW camp and returned home to England in 1945. November 29, 1943, a B-17, nicknamed Riki Tiki Tavi, is returning from a bombing run over Bremen. Its engines are damaged. The plane falls behind the formation. German fighters close in. The sky explodes with fire. 8 of the crew are killed. Tail gunner Jean Moran, just 19, is hit in both arms, bleeding fast. His parachute is shredded by machine gun fire. He reaches for his backup chute, and then the entire tail section breaks off. Spinning violently, Moran plummets 4 miles toward the ground, still trapped inside. The air is 50 degrees below zero. The cold slows his bleeding. The pressure rips the gold teeth from his mouth. The tail crashes into a forest, tearing through the trees. Moran's head slams into steel cables above him. His skull splits open, but somehow he's still alive. German soldiers find him, unconscious but breathing. Serbian doctors in a POW hospital rebuild his shattered body. 2 years, 4 different prison camps, a death ship, a 600-mile death march. He survives it all. After the war, he marries, raises 9 children, and lives to the age of 92. At his funeral, they play his favorite hymn, The Old Rugged Cross. His story would later become a book, Tailspin.